Hey everyone! I've put together a list of some of Europe's most beautiful villages that most people completely overlook. No overhyped Instagram spots, just real captivating places with great stories. Let's get started. Albarracin is a medieval village in Spain with pinkish stone buildings, winding streets, and fortress walls that stretch across the hills. Once a Moorish stronghold, it became part of Christian Spain in the 12th century. The town is surrounded by the striking red sandstone formations, part of the protected landscape of Pinares del Rodeno, famous for rock climbing. Even though it's considered one of Spain's most beautiful villages, it rarely makes it onto mainstream travel itineraries. One of the coolest things is to visit the Albarracin castle. Walk along the medieval walls for great views of the town and surrounding countryside. Nature lovers will also enjoy hiking along the Guadalquivir River or through the nearby forests. Telc in the Czech Republic is known for its colourful Renaissance houses, each painted in deep blues, mustard yellows and faded pinks. They're lined up on Telc's main square. And the facades aren't just colourful. Look closer, and you'll see detailed sgraffito patterns scratched into the plaster. The houses were reconstructed in the 16th century, after a devastating fire reduced much of the town to ashes. Most of the houses belong to wealthy merchants and town officials. One of the town's main landmarks is Telc Chateau, a Renaissance-style castle that was originally a Gothic fortress. Near the main square, the Church of St. James is another recognisable site in Telc. And adding to Telc's charm is its lake, which surrounds the historic centre like a natural moat. Locals will tell you that Telc has some of the best sunsets in the country. Murren is a tiny, car-free village sitting high in the Swiss Alps. It has beautiful views of three massive mountains, Eiger, Monk and Jungfrau. Even though it's a ski resort in winter, it stays quiet compared to bigger alpine destinations like Zermatt or St. Moritz. The village has a strong connection to mountaineering history. Some of the first climbers to attempt the Eiger's north face trained here. And for movie fans, Murren was a filming location. The James Bond movie on Her Majesty's Secret Service was shot at Piz Gloria, the revolving restaurant, at the top of the Thorn. It still has a Bond exhibit today. Outdoor lovers can enjoy paragliding via ferrata and scenic train rides. The village is only accessible by cable car or train, making it even more secluded. Monemvasia in the Peloponnese is a Greek medieval fortress town situated on a massive rock island connected to the mainland by a narrow causeway. It was a major trading hub in the Byzantine era, and later controlled by the Venetians and the Ottomans. What makes Monemvasia special is that it's almost invisible from the mainland. You have to go through a single entrance to access the old town. The village itself is full of small streets, winding alleys, old ruins, and of course lots of cats. Climb to the upper town for the best outlook of the Aegean Sea. The waterfront of Monemvasia is a nice spot, where small yachts and fishing boats dock. Reine is a gorgeous village located in the Lofoten Islands, Norway. The village sits against a dramatic backdrop of jagged peaks, known for its natural beauty. making it a popular spot for photographers and nature lovers. The traditional red and white fishermen's cabins, called Raubuer, line the harbour and offer a look into Reine's maritime history. It's a hub for outdoor activities such as hiking, with popular trails like Reinebringen offering sweeping views of the fjords. The waters around Reine are also ideal for kayaking, while anglers can enjoy fishing in the Arctic waters. In winter, Reine becomes a fantastic location for watching the Northern Lights. This is due to its location above the Arctic Circle. Civita di Bagnoregio is a small hilltop village in central Italy. It's also called the Dying Town because it sits on eroding cliffs, slowly crumbling away. Founded by the Etruscans over 2,500 years ago, it's only accessible by a long pedestrian bridge. The town is also famous for its striking position and stunning views. Only a handful of people live here full-time. It almost feels like a ghost town. The main square has a simple church, and the rest of the town is a mix of restored homes and ruins. Quedlinburg is one of Germany's best-preserved medieval towns. It has over 1,300 half-timbered houses. And it was once the capital of the first German king, Henry the Fowler, in the 10th century. The town has a UNESCO list castle and church where Henry is buried. The castle is the Grand Quedlinburg Castle, and the church the Romanesque Collegiate Church of St. Servatius, home to medieval treasures. Quedlinburg also has an interesting past with the Nazis, who tried to turn it into a major site of Germanic heritage. If you visit in December, Quedlinburg has one of the best Christmas markets in Germany. Dinan is a medieval town in Brittany, France, with a rich history and an incredible panorama over the Rance River. The river played an important role in its past as a trading hub. One of its most famous residents was Bertrand du Guesclin, known for his guerrilla tactics against the English during the 100 Years' War. One of Dinan's most well-known landmarks is the Tour de l'Horloge. This 15th century clock tower looks out over the town and neighbouring countryside. Standing 47 metres high, it was originally built as a watchtower. Another highlight is the Basilique Saint-Sauveur, a striking Gothic church that dates back to the 12th century. The port of Dinan, just below the town, is where you can enjoy a boat trip along the river, or explore quaint cafes by the water. The best way to experience Dinan is to walk along the old city walls, and then head down to the river port. Thorn, a small town in Limburg, the Netherlands, is known for its striking whitewashed buildings that cover the entire town centre, earning it the nickname the White Village. This tradition dates back to when the town was ruled by an abbey of noblewomen, and residents had to paint their houses white to avoid paying taxes based on window size. In fact, it was one of the few places in Europe ruled by women for centuries. Thorn's centrepiece is the Abbey Church, originally founded as a Benedictine abbey in the 10th century. The church features a blend of Romanesque and Gothic architecture, and also has whitewashed walls to reflect the town's unique character. Nearby, the Maas River provides lovely walking trails and the chance to explore the countryside by bike. Piran in Slovenia is a picturesque coastal town on the Adriatic Sea, known for its Venetian architecture. The town's centrepiece is Tartini Square, named after violinist Giuseppe Tartini, where you'll find elegant 18th century buildings and a statue of the musician. Piran's medieval walls and the St. George's Parish Church, with its bell tower resembling Venice's Campanile, look out over the town and the sea. The town's historic centre is a maze of cobbled lanes, with nice cafes and seafood restaurants, recommending fresh catches from the Adriatic. The nearby salt pans of Sechovia show you Slovenia's traditional salt production. And the coastal path provides great walks. Obidos is located in the central western part of Portugal. It's a small town surrounded by medieval walls and known for its well-preserved castle, which dates back to the 12th century. The castle is now a pousada, a historical hotel, and you can walk along its ramparts. Here you'll find the best views of the town and surrounding countryside. The narrow streets are lined with whitewashed houses, many featuring colourful flower boxes. The Santa Maria Church stands out, with its ornate tilework and painted ceilings. The Obidos Aqueduct is a 16th century structure, designed to supply Obidos with water. The area is home to vineyards and olive groves. It makes a good spot for wine lovers to explore local wineries. Kuldiga, a small town in Latvia, is best known for Venta Rapid, Venta's Rumba, the widest waterfall in Europe at 76 metres. Unlike taller waterfalls, its low, wide cascade creates a unique sight, especially in spring and autumn, when fish leap over it while migrating upstream. The old brick bridge, built in 1874, stretches across the Venta River with its distinctive red arches. It was originally designed for horse-drawn carriages and remains one of the longest brick bridges in Europe. The old town is filled with 17th and 18th century buildings, many of which have remained largely unchanged. The Alexiupete River flows through the centre, passing right alongside many homes and other buildings. The St. Catherine's Church, built in the 16th century, stands in the centre of town, as does the Orthodox Church. Venta's Valley Nature Park gives you scenic hiking and cycling trails along the river, with forests and open meadows. Polperro is a small historic fishing village on the south coast of Cornwall, England, known for its steep streets, picturesque harbour, and charming cottages. The village is tucked away in a secluded cove, surrounded by dramatic cliffs and lush greenery, making it a quiet retreat. Polperro's zigzagging lanes lead down to the harbour, where colourful boats bob in the water, and fishmongers still sell their fresh catch. Polperro is also home to several walking paths, including the Southwest Coast Path. The coastline is so beautiful. And that's my list of some of Europe's most beautiful villages. Next time you're looking for a getaway, why not try one of these? If you're up for more hidden gems and underrated destinations, please consider subscribing. And if you're looking for more travel inspiration, watch this video next.